Look at this thing. Look, there's no more chickens in the barn, but there's something prettier. Look at her. Gosh, that's a really big bucket. I mean, like, you could, I wonder how many bodies you could fit in there. But we are cleaning. It's dark, but you see the big pile of litter right there? That is all the litter, you know, out of this whole barn piled up. And the conveyor belt is right here. And tomorrow they're going to start hauling litter, and we're going to be doing a full clean out inside the chicken houses. But the owner of this skid steer, so basically, to break this down, is the farmer that is buying the litter pays the guy that owns the skid steer to come in and clean out our barns, and then, you know, he has to. It's a chain of command that we'll get into at a later time, but pretty much the owner is really nice, and he lets me drive his bobcats around because it's really fun, you know. And he even left the whole barn for me to pile up. So we're gonna play in the bobcat. I'm sorry, it's not a bobcat. This is a skid steer. This is a skid steer, and she is a Gale V400. If I'm not mistaken, this is the biggest skid loader Gale makes. We better treat her right, and while I'm getting my mask and all that on, we better let her warm up so she don't get upset.
From Central City, Kentucky, the home of True Vine Farms, the one and only Farmer King.
It does. It's multi-purpose.
This is the only thing that does good though.
It does okay.
While our litter is leaving, we're blowing out chicken houses as well to get the dust and all that off the ceilings. And we really need one of those big air compressors, but he won't buy one because apparently they're too expensive.
They are.
So we're stuck with this thing, and it does an okay job.
It does an okay job. It's better than packing a leaf blower. We have used our house sprayer, and it does a really good job, but what it doesn't get off, it turns to concrete.
Because it sprays water.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, look what tractor we're using. We really ain't giving them an update since it came back. Basically, long story short, it has a creeper gear inside the transmission, but not the lever for us to engage it. Like, it has the linkages inside if we want to put one in there. So basically, that linkage was grabbing the transmission and pulling it down, something along the lines of that.
Causing heat, and then that messed everything up.
So it pretty much got a full transmission rebuild.
They better get a good shot of it now, because I have a feeling it may.
It's going back.
It may go back.
We're extending the warranty too, or we're going to probably. Now, to further explain on the tractor, when we got the tractor back, first of all, it took them, I think it was over there for a month or two. I'm not exactly sure. I know it's around a month it was gone, being worked on, which is not a problem. Well, it is a problem, but whatever. But the real thing that hits you is, if we would not have had that tractor under warranty, to get that all fixed up would have been a $20,000 repair bill. So, our warranty ends in January. We will be extending the warranty, and we talked to the salesman. The warranty is give or take about $1,000 a year. So as you saw yesterday, the litter has left the barns, and just to give you a example, if I'm remembering right, you see that big pile of litter right there? I'm thinking that's about 168 tons of litter, and we usually pull between these 4 houses. We usually pull about 1,000 tons of litter out of the barns. So this is what the barn looks like when it's empty with no litter. It's basically the same thing when there is a litter in there, except with the litter you got like 4 inches of litter coming in the dirt, to where now it's just dirt. But one thing we did do is this time we left about just a little bit of old litter in the barn to keep on the edge, and we ended up pulling it out with our windrower and mulching it all up and just getting it broke up and pushed back in. And we used that May Wes poly cutting edge we put on there. Worked amazing. Best investment ever. Look at all these goodies we got back here. We got brand new lawnmower tires. Look at these things, straight off of the Amazon account. And then, well, right here is our most expensive item. It's actually for this truck right here. Yesterday I noticed it making a weird noise when I was driving. We just got done replacing the alternator on another truck, and I noticed this truck was making the same noise. So about $350 later, we own a new alternator that has to be installed on this truck. And if we take the old one back to AutoZone, we get a 40 bucks of whatever it's called, like the core or whatever. And then we got some oil filters. Then we got an impact and just some random tools that need to come back up here anyways. But yeah, $350 for this thing. A normal alternator costs like $100. Like, what the heck? Like, really? Like, is this truck just that much special? It should cost an extra $250? Ridiculous, I tell you, ridiculous. At least the tires were only $63, and I got 2 of them. To make this job even more enjoyable, you see this big air box and air system that run all up right here? All that gets to come out because your alternator is way down in there. Like, right now it's $350 plus a lot of extra labor just to get to the thing. And the best part is, right before I came up here, I watched a YouTube video on how to do this. And this guy, I mean, did it picture perfect, step by step. Every bolt came out, nothing broke, nothing stripped. I mean, just perfect. And I thought, this should be a 30-minute job. Who wants to bet that 30 minutes turns into 3 hours? Oh my gosh. This thing, she's hot. Like, I can put my hand on the dang header on the motor and rest it there peacefully. And this thing is so hot from just driving it up to the shop. It's just like you could cook a pizza on this thing. Well, here we go. Moment of truth. I better hope this works, because if it don't work, then we got more problems, and more problems means more money, and it's a downhill fall from there. Holy guacamole, we just about forgot. I had my telephone sitting right here. Good thing we didn't start the motor. We may have lost it. One probably fell right down in the fan and just got chopped up and just destroyed the new alternator. That's good news. She don't make the whining or sparking or any of those noises or movements anymore. That's good. Now just on to the next problem. Now we have continued on to the next disappointment. Look. Remember my new lawnmower tires? Yeah. So long story short, these are factory tires off the good old Spartan lawnmower here. And let's just say I'm not very pleased with them, especially these front tires. And it's not that they got bad tread or that they slip or slide or whatever you want to say. It's that the it's that the sidewalls are cracking out. Like, I mean, full on cracking on the side of the tire, and they're tubeless tires. And I've done tried the tube method, and for whatever reason, tubes keep getting pinched, not by the operator installing the tire, but I'll mow for 3 weeks and not have a problem, then all of a sudden it's flat again, and somehow a hole gets put in the tire. And before you guys start criticizing, yes, we have checked the tire. There's nothing stuck inside of the tire to like pop the tube. So I really do not know what's going on. And it's not just this front tire. We've also had a rear tire sidewall cracked out, did the same thing. I put a tube in it, has never went flat since then. So I don't know. Anyways, so it's just one front tire, but Amazon only sells pretty much pairs, and so we just decided we're gonna, you know, my OCD was gonna kick in. I needed matching tires up front, so we're gonna have one as a spare. Well, would you look at there? It went so smoothly, I literally forgot to film it. We got our tires put on both sides. The Wandas off Amazon is what they're called. Maybe they came from Wakanda. You know, like the Avengers movie. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope they enjoy it. Remember, faith, family, farm. See you in the next one.